Hello, hello. Who is joining me? Hello, Roberto. I'm glad to see you. I'm now trying to visualize my video so that I can see your commentaries and so on. So I'm waiting for you to join me because we have... Oops, I didn't... Yes, I'm switching off the sound. So guys, I have a huge material today to speak about. Good evening, Roberto. Very glad to see you. So as you already see, we have a very big topic, very huge material to learn. So I suggest that we wait a little for those who would like to speak about the topic that is called matrix numerology. And due to the fact that I have been dealing over 5 years with tarot numerology, it's a very, very deep, profound and interesting direction of numerology in general. That's why we can speak about it forever without any pause, without any stop. And I would like to shortly present myself. My name is Olga Tvardovskaya. I come from Russia. I live in Moscow. So I've been dealing with the numerology for over 5 years. Before I had a diploma of psychology. Before that I had a diploma of law. Before that I had a diploma of English and German teacher of foreign languages. So this is not my real activity now. What is really my activity? So this is psychology and numerology at the same time. And today I would like to tell you about the direction of numerology, which is called matrix numerology. So let's just have a brief view of how it is formed, where it was founded, by who it was founded. So I would like to mention the authors of this type of numerology, the matrix numerology and tarot numerology at the same time. So this is the founder, Richmond Olney, if I'm not mistaken about the surname, and the second guy who is brilliant in this numerological topic is, let me remember, oh my god, whenever I want to speak about him, I forget his name. Robert Lee Kemp, so I know this name. And I would like you just to participate in our conversation. Please be active, please give me your questions so that I know that you are online. Please give me the commentaries, and I'm starting with. So, according to the matrix system, you see this table. Welcome, Katya. Welcome, Katya. Very glad to see you all. So let's start. According to the matrix numerology, so let's examine what is matrix in general. Many of psychological and esoterical directions speak about matrix way of thinking, matrix way of behavior, matrix whatever, so matrix pattern in general. We all are some types of behavior, of thinking, of looking, and so on. And these types are the result of the energetic structure, if I can name it so. And if we speak about from the huge, from the position of the higher powers, and I'm sorry, it's very difficult for me to explain in English, we can understand that a substance of a soul can live in the matrix, in the energetic matrix of Earth for 52 lives or 52 incarnations. And this is just exactly the number of incarnations we have here. 52 is a sacral number. Some of you may know about it. We have 52 weeks in a year. So knowing which week we are living now, we can understand what we have as main events during this year. And this is the unique table for our whole life, for the year, for the matrix position in the whole matrix of Earth, which incarnation we live now. So in general, I would like just to speak about exactly which incarnation we are living now. So what is our destiny? What is our fate? What is our main core task for exactly this life, this incarnation? And this we are going to learn just from this table, which I would like just a little later to explain to you. Then I had another good idea to speak about, speaking about 52 incarnations. Yes, the fact is that 99% of all the people on Earth are reincarnating, are surviving again and again their incarnations, and always always in, how can I say it in English, always come back. So for example, my true incarnation is, let's say, 45, and I'm surviving, I'm living now in the incarnation number 19. So this is how we go backwards in order to work again on some traits of character, in some tasks of life. So let's imagine the situation that we are going in a higher school. Let's, for example, we are passing the exam, and just while writing something on the examination, the examiner tells us, you know, guy, you're not very good in this topic, please go to the 5th form, to the 5th class, to work again this material, and then you can come back to me, again write this examination, and you will pass the exam. So this is just a metaphorical explanation of how it goes in our how can I say it in English? Oh my God, in our surviving again the lives of our past lives, of our past incarnations. And when we pass all the exams, when we pass all the tasks we set before ourselves, before our soul, before we enter the incarnation, so this is our going forward step by step in the matrix of Earth. So this is exactly the matrix of Earth. And the tarot, and the tarot system is just a simple and a complicated at the same time way of showing us how we structure ourselves, how we work on ourselves in the matrix of Earth. In the matrix of Earth, and within one incarnation we pass again through the matrix in order to mature our soul, mature our mentality within one incarnation. And here I would like just to pass to this table exactly to tell you how it works. So most of you, I think, know the system of tarot in which I'm working now. And according to this matrix incarnation system, we have 52 small points of incarnation, and we have 4 general tasks. So our soul structures itself within the matrix of Earth in 4 different ways. The first 13 incarnations, the soul works on, this is the cups, by the way, so the cups, and the soul works upon relationship, upon love. The soul learns to love properly. And when I speak to the people, for example, I understand how they talk, how they behave themselves. I judge by their interests in life, what they like, what they do not. And mostly these people who survive the first step, the first, how can I name it in English? the first branch, let's say it so. They are interested only in relationship. Their personal relationship with people is the most important thing for them on this incarnation exactly. This is how their soul grows up. And the soul comes through 13 steps until the soul passes the exam, according to the cups, for example. Then, when the exam is already passed, the soul goes on the second branch, and the soul survives what we call the swords. And step by step, the soul learns how to develop intellectually. It is possible to switch the camera as we see, like in a mirror, flipped around. It's a setting in your camera, maybe for the next live. Roberto, you know, I tried to solve it, but I do not succeed to do it. I switched some setting, but it doesn't work, unfortunately. So I'm really sorry. I will try to examine it once again, but still, I really tried to. But for the next time, I promise to try to. Okay, so nextly we speak about the swords. So the swords actually is the way of developing the intellectual activity, intellectual ability. And on the second branch, the soul works upon these qualities. And normally in a life, in a personal life, we can see such people as high intellectuals. We can see such people as historians, as law workers, as scientists, and all those people who work intellectually. For example, those who are crazy about intellectual things, they are crazy about learning, they don't care absolutely about their family situation, they don't care about money, they just crazy about intellectuality and so on. And when the soul goes through all the lessons on the second branch, passes the exam on the last 13th, which is transformation, 13th line, the soul goes to the third branch, which is actually the pentacles. It's here, and starts going through this branch step by step, incarnation after incarnation. And this branch is connected with money, of course, with material things in life. So all the past experience should be combined on this third line, third branch. So thus, the soul has already learned to love properly, to create relationship, to support a relationship. On the second branch, the soul has already learned to develop intellectually, so it's not very hard to get a higher education, for example, to get a diploma and so on. And on the third branch, the core of the third branch is to give something to the social life. Normally, those people are crazy about their own companies, crazy about growing up as an employee, becoming a director, becoming the owner, becoming top manager. These people are very materialistic, but it depends on what is their real age soul is. Because, for example, if their real retrograde matrix code is, let's say, 49, 48 or something like this, and they retrograde backwards just one branch, so that means their soul is mature enough to work not only for money, but just for some core ideal, for something which is very substantial for Earth in general. So their business normally has some social meaning, something that is very important for people. But if this is the real age, the third one, if this is the real age of the soul, so that means that they are really just crazy about their own fortune. They want to earn money just for earning money, not for something else, not for charity, but for their own living. I hope I'm clear, because it's very difficult for me to speak out in English what I would like to say in Russian, for example. And when the soul goes through all the lessons on this material branch, which is the Pentacles, passing the exam on 39th matrix code, so that means 39th incarnation, the soul goes to the last branch, which is the wands. So I drew it properly as in the card. And the wands open up magic skills, magic possibilities for the people. And on the fourth branch, normally the people are totally in esoterics, because esoteric is open for them. So their souls are quite mature. They have already gained all the qualities of all these 52 incarnations, almost 52, if we suppose we are on 40th one. Mariella, good evening, very glad to see you. And on this last branch, normally the people are dealing with these activities that are very socially important. Normally they are religious leaders, they can be bioenergets, they can be high-class esoterists, they can be healers. So they work with energetic, they work with magic on the high spiritual level. Normally the knowledge keepers always incarnate on this branch in order to have this esoteric code open for their life, in order to help people. I hope I explained it clearly. So now, after this explanation, I would like to come to the explanation according to the lines. So knowing just the date of birth, we can see and we can analyze on which line, so what is the substance, or what is the general meaning of all the numbers of the matrix codes on one line. So this is a kind of grades. So I'm gonna speak about all the grades that we see before us, and we see only 13 grades, and those who deal with tarot system understand that 13 is something about death. And according to this meaning of this card, we understand that this is a kind of transformation in the end of one branch in order to pass to the other branch. And we have on the 13th life a constant transformation into something better, into something more. So I'm gonna have some support before my eyes in order to give you the information about all the lines, because it's very interesting. And then afterwards, when we have some spare time, you will write me your dates, and now I will show you your matrix code after. But now we're gonna explain all the lines. Can we write our date of birth? Yes. Tiziana, yes, just what I told you. Just a little later, not now. Now we are going to speak about the lines, and afterwards we are going to examine your dates of birth. You will write me the dates of birth, and I have some support for myself. I will just make a small calculation for you and tell you your matrix code. And after, I will tell you how to deal with this table. So let's start. We have the first line. Do I have some pointing pen? Just a moment. No, I will have this to point. The first line, which is the first matrix code, 14th, 27th and 40th. So on this matrix, on this line, whenever it's 1st, 14th, 27th or 40th, the people must worship and appreciate the talents and the experience of their ancestors, of their big family of grandmothers, grandfathers, also about their past relatives, past relatives. So it's very important for them to start their soul evolution from their past relatives. And it is very, very important to pay the debts after his past relatives. So that means it's obligatory that your genus, your family, ancestors have some debts, and you are obliged to give the debts to all those people who demand paying this debt. Debt, it's not about money, but it's some ties in life, it's something, some experience that your ancestor might have lived through, but he didn't have the possibility to, and now you should be the one to live through this experience instead of your past relatives. So if we then come to the second line, it's 2, 15, 28 and 49. 41, I'm sorry. So that means you should try to learn to trust and to be open with the people from your close circle. You need to trust them. You need to try to learn to see the support in them. You need to create good relationships, and on the first branch you will create the relationship according to the Two of Cups, because it's only personal love relationship. On the second line, on the second branch, you're going to create the relationship according to your mental understanding. So it can be professional, I don't know, friendship, if it's possible to say professional friendship, but professional partnership, that's the word, the proper word. Then on the third, on 28th of 28th matrix code, you're going to create the partnership based on common business, common money, common idea, which is going to become a business. And on the fourth branch, you're going to make the partnership in friendship, in your maybe ideology, understanding of life, of your vision of life, vision of how the world is in general. If we then pass to the third line, the third line makes you try to develop yourself without any support, without any how can I say, not without any support, but to develop yourself in the union of people. It's sometimes hard for me, I'm losing words. It's a union of people. Just see the union of three girls on this first branch, the union of intellectual society, the union of work, combination of work or partnership, the teamwork in money, and teamwork in some ideology. Probably have society that is united by some ideology, and this will be the wands. Roberto, if you calculate our lines, how it will be easier for us to remember? Roberto, I know that it's a huge system containing huge knowledge. We can speak about every incarnation, I don't know, for hours. That's why I'm just giving you the whole understanding how to see these matrix code in these tarot arcanes. So let's repeat again. Which is 1? This is gonna be the aces. The first line is the aces. Which is 2? it's gonna be the twos, which is 3, it's gonna be the threes, and so on and so on. I will show you all the cards. It's the only thing I can give you within 1 hour, guys, because when I give the consultations, I'm giving all the information about your own incarnation, and it really takes papers to learn, to read about your life. So I'm giving just the small information because we are limited within 1 hour. So on the third line, we are working in the team partnership. We are trying to inspire this partnership. We are trying to deal with the interests of every member of this partnership, and we can achieve the aim only in 3. So this is gonna be 3 partners, 3 friends, 3 colleagues. It's a teamwork. Now let's pass to number 4. It's the 4th incarnation, 17th, 30th and 43rd. It's about stability. It's about making perspective for the future, because 4 in numerology is something stable, and it's very visible in the 4 of Pentacles, but in the 4 of Swords as well, because it's stability, not doing anything, but still stability. And living through the 4s, 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. It's something about responsibility. It's about creating plans, as I told before, about thinking forward, how to protect the achieved material goods, let's say so. So it's something of holding within yourself, and on every branch it's gonna be its own thing to hold. Here we're going work on holding our relationship. Here we're going to speak about holding our intellectual luggage. On the 3rd line, we're going to speak of on the 3rd branch, we're going to speak of holding our fortune of money. And on the 4th branch and the 4th level, we're going to speak about holding our esoteric knowledge, or I forgot the English word, inner collected knowledge of all we have survived before. So let's pass to the number 5. Number 5 in general, it's kind of crisis in all the branches, kind of crisis. But here we can see 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles and 5 of Wands. So this is a kind of small exam within all these lines. And this small exam we can treat just a little in another angle. Then we see the cards of tarot. So in numerology, this meaning just little differs. Through 5, because 5 in numerology is something free, when we open freedom for ourselves. So that means we try to open our ideas, to develop our new ideas. We need to take our inspiration in other countries, because 5 is freedom according to the Mercury. On the 2nd branch, in the 5 of Swords, it's very difficult to I forgot the word. It's very difficult to get well with inordinary success and achievements of the other people. That's why it's called crisis. So it's a kind of envy, and in order to survive through this crisis, we need to open inspiration in ourselves, in the Swords, in the Cups, because it's emotional crisis, in the Wands, because it's our our inner crisis of our inner self. And this is of course the crisis in the material sphere. So when we understand ourselves in the crisis, we should open other borders. We should travel more in order to see how it works in other countries. Then let's go through to number 6. The line number 6 is 6, 19, 32 and 45. So in the sixes we need to carry responsibility, for our own deeds in the previous incarnations, here in the previous incarnations, and our deeds. So we survive through the sixes, through the 6 of cups, through the 6 of wands, through the 6 of pentacles, and through the 6 of wands, the swords I mean. And of course here it's something about karma. I know that I told you before, the meaning of the cards can have a little other meaning than in numerological matrix understanding. So we survive through sixes as well as through numerological meaning that I'm telling you according to the lines. So we need to open our mind in order to see the world wider, in order to see the world even deeper. So the main core task of this 6th line is a good victim, in order to have, is a good sacrifice, it's a proper word, for the sake of dignity, for the sake of the good people. And it's we need to choose proper people in our life, because it's where is my arcanes? Yes, here. You know that the arcane, the lovers, is something about choosing the path, making a decision. So that means we need to choose proper people, we need to choose proper way according to the swords, proper behavior in our business, in our work, and so on. Then we are going to number 7. It's 7th incarnation, number 20, number 33 and 46. Of course, we understand that the 7th line can be something about the chariot. Yes, it's here. Something about the chariot. Of course, it's moving, it's setting goals. And according to the 7s, we can see all the 7s. Of course, we understand the meaning of these cards. We survive through the experiences of these cards, and this is our understanding that our own caprices, our own wishes are not the circle of our living, are not the goal of the other people. So we are not centrating the others around our own personality, let's say. So we need to try to gain respect from the other people. We need to ride our chariot to the other spiritual meanings or spiritual sense. And this the chariot is successful for those people who who develop themselves intellectually, and in all these 7 according to the 7s, in all these ways, in emotional way, in intellectual way, in financial way, and in the way of developing their soul, their core, inner self. Also, according to the numerological meaning, the 7 is sacred knowledge, and those who are on the 7th line, they are eager to get the hidden knowledge, like the Masonic knowledge, I don't know, like the knowledge of the past civilizations, and this knowledge is hidden from the other people. This is a very interesting line, by the way. Now we are going to the line number 8. It's 8th incarnation, 21st, 34th, and 47th. So we see the strength here. This is the line according to the strength, and according to the cards, we see the cups, 8 of cups, 8 of swords, 8 of pentacles, and 8 of wands. So, of course, the meaning of these cards is the meaning of our incarnation on a certain branch. Now, speaking about the numerological matrix meaning, the 8th level is ability to see in the other people their strength, their power, their good positive meanings and traits of character. Those people need to create the plan in order to unify their efforts. So this is going to be the unification of all the efforts of the team, of all the people, of their talents as well. So to strengthen their talents. These people can rule the processes, because this girl is ruling the process, is ruling the nature, but ruling the processes, but not the people. It's very important. Those people on the 8th line are offered the talents to see in ordinary people. Yes, Roberto, it's very sad that you're going to leave. You will watch the recording. I hope later you can calculate my date, of course. Thank you and good night. Thank you, Roberto, for being here with me. Good evening. Have a good online. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry. This is the wind. Okay, so let's continue. It's the strength of the spirit. It's the strength of physical body. It's the strength of wisdom. It's the strength of knowing how to unify all the people and all these talents of these people. Yes, let's go further. We are going to analyze the 9th line. It's 9, 22, 35 and 48. So we of course speak about the arcane number 9. It's the Hermit. So the 9th line. And the core idea of all the incarnations on the 9th line is to learn to be self-sufficient, to be the one who is dealing with all the questions, with all the problems on his or her own, to be the one to rule all the processes, to not to call help from the other people, so to be self-sufficient. This person must have his own or her own ideas, his own vision, his own position, not having the support from the others. So to solve all the problems by himself. By the way, this arcane is very, very esoteric, and that's why, according to all these 9s we have in a chain, this person can fulfill his life according to the esoteric approach. And it's possible for this person to open his esoteric code according to this meaning of this card, according to the emotional esotericism, like intellectual, like financial, and self-growing esotericism. And this person, the 9th arcane, can be a foreseer and clear, can have clear vision, clear understanding. So this is the core meaning of all the 9s, so the 9th arcane. Then we are going to the 10th line. This is 10, 23, 36 and 49. This is of course the Wheel of Fortune, but this is a kind of very dangerous line, because the Wheel of Fortune can give the endless possibilities to the people, especially on the third branch, because it's connected with Pentacles. But it's a kind of test for the people, because all the wishes can come true, but it's a kind of test. All the wishes can come true of your life, but what you are going to give back, what you are going to pay for it, if you are going to leave the minor level of energy, or you are going to develop charity, a charity of soul, charity of material level. If you are given something, you need to be grateful according to the branch, to be grateful emotionally, to give emotion, to give emotions back, to give back something some intellectual property. Then you're going to give back something according to your financial state, and to give back something according to your spiritual growth. So to give some hidden knowledge, to give some psychological understanding, to try to help a person grow spiritually. Yes, I see your dates just a little later. We're going to finish the lines. What should I tell according to the 10th line? Just give me a minute. One more thing to mention, according to the Wheel of Fortune, to the 9th line. A person can be given all the possibilities, and their actions very often can have no punishment. It's also a kind of test, but this punishment can come later in the next incarnations, especially on the line number 13. That's why if you are surviving through the line number 10, please be very clear in all the deeds you're fulfilling according to the karma, because karma works on every level, because it's a kind of law according to our spiritual meaning, to the matrix of earth, or the law of the universe. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting words sometimes. It's a kind also of paying back. If you understand that you are dealing with karma on the 10th level, so that means you need to carry your karma, you need to survive through your karma wherever, in your family, in your intellectual activity, in your society probably, or in your family, I mean in your financial state. So that means be clear and pay back according to your karma and the karma of your past relatives. Then we are going to the line number 11. So this is the matrix code number 11, number 24, number 37, and number 50. And we are speaking about the justice here, because those who passed already through all the exams, all the possibilities of the previous line, they can reach all the material possibilities of the life through giving the others to be popular. It's a kind of something different from this arcane. I'm telling you the numerological meaning. So you need to worship your surrounding. You need to give the way of life, to open the path of life to somebody from your surrounding. And here we're speaking about the pages of cup, page of swords, page of pentacles, and page of wands. So all these matrix we survive through, as well as we are surviving through the things I told you. In order to have these good things of life, we need to worship someone, to give the talents of the other people grow. but you yourself should be in the shade of the talent of these people. It's very good to name this line, the 11th line, the producer, because the producer is the one who does all the work, and the talented person is the one who is giving his talents to the world. So these incarnations, these four, are something similar to the producer who is behind, who is in the shade of the talents of the one who is talented. So here I am talented, I'm the face, or the visible part of the iceberg. Mara, hello, very glad to see you. And the underwater part of the iceberg is something that is done by the producer. So this is something about it for your understanding. Then we are going to the line number 12. It's 12th. 12th. Oh my God, I'm forgetting words. Matrix code, 25th and 38th and 51st. So here on the line number 12, we can see like Godmother, because it's really the line where you need to sacrifice yourself, to sacrifice for the sake of the others, for the sake of your family, for the sake of your intellectual things, intellectual development, for the sake of your financial state, for the sake of your spiritual growth, or spiritual growth of those who are in the chain with you, in the chain of life, your families and so on. This is a kind of victim and self-sacrifice. You're going to self-sacrifice in every level of your life. Brothers and sisters, or your relatives, mother and father, you should be the example of a good behavior, to be example of a good family, good professional, good money maker, good spiritual idol, if I can say so. And the last line is the examination line. As I told you before, it's the arcane number 13. It's transformation. We come to the transformation in order to go forward. And this is something we can speak about the King of Cups, the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. And this examination is totally something connected with, let me see, you are collecting, you need to pass through all the experiences of all the branch, starting from the first one and finishing by the 12th. And all these material is collected in the 13th line in order you should pass this exam. Also, these people in their incarnations of the 13th line live through all the lives at the same time, according to the branch. On the first branch, they live through all the same events of all the incarnations. That means in one life, in one incarnation, you can survive through all the events of the previous lives. That means your life is very intense, is very fast moving. You are not able to see this fast change in your life, you all constantly need to adapt to a new living, new conditions. Everything happens very fast in your life, and it's just like kaleidoscope of the events in your life. This is a kind of exam. Whew, I'm finished. I'm finished with this table. I'm a little bit tired. Now I'd like to see your dates of birth. I'm putting away the cards, just having a little pause to deal with your dates. You have 15 minutes. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, now I'm gonna see your dates. I'm gonna start from the beginning. In the commentaries, I see it on my computer. Just a minute. So Roberto, who has leave us, it was the first. It's 5th of August. And 5th of August, just let me see the card. I have a mess of cards, so I will name just the card and a matrix code. 5th of August. It's 5th of August is 8 of Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles for Roberto, and the matrix code, just a moment. So for Roberto is number 34 matrix code. So 8 of Pentacles, it's very easy to see. Okay? Then we have Fabrizio, very nice to see you. 17th of April, just let me see, it's April. 17th of April is 4 of Pentacles, so we see 4 of Pentacles, so it's matrix code number 30. So you understand that your core meaning, as well as Roberto's core meaning, is financial state, working through the financial stability in your life. But of course, all the matrix codes, all the personal matrix code differ from each other. And when I carry my consultations, I'm calculating, of course, the matrix code, because it has huge information about your core living, and I'm explaining all the events possible for your life and so on. So you're free to have the personal chart, birth chart, according to numerology for yourself. So let's go forward. Lara, 21st of October. A very good date of birth. I like it very much. And 21st of October, it's 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands. It's here. If I'm not mistaken, just let me check. Just let me check if I'm not mistaken. 21 октября. Oh no, it's Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. 21 октября. Yes, it's Ace of Wands. And you, of course, can see the explanation, the meaning of the card Ace of Wands. I have a mess of cards. I'm not going to spend the time. And 21 октября. It's number 14. Yes. Swords. I'm sorry. Ace of Swords. The incarnation, number 14. That means that you has just started your experience of intellectual development, your intellectual way. That means you need to devote yourself to reading, learning, constant analyzing. I don't know your sphere of work, what is your life actually, but this is for you. Then Katya, the 1st of September 67. I do not need the year in this method of calculation. So 1st of September, it's 10 of Pentacles, 10 of money. 10 of money, it's the code number 36, and I'll check again. Yes, the code number 36. And do you see the Wheel of Fortune we explained just a minute ago? It's a very dangerous line, because you will be offered many possibilities according to your financial sphere. And for you, it's very important to have the balance, not to grab money just for taking it, not to earn money just for money. You need to earn money and to give money, to have this balance. Because it's a kind of, it can be also the financial karma. If if your financial channel is not working properly, that means you're working through through the karma of your past relatives. You're working out this karma, and for you it will be very good to survive in this case, of course, in the case of financial karma, to go through some practices, opening your financial channel and working out through the karma of your previous relatives. Then we are going to Mara, 30th of January. 30th of January, it's 10 of Wands. Where is 10 of Wands? Really? Just a moment, I'm gonna check. Так, 30 января. 23. Not Wands, but Swords. I'm mixing all these names, English names. It's 23rd of Matrix Code. Yes. So it's 10 of Swords. For you, Mara, it's just the same kind of karma, but according to your intellectual abilities, activities, and so on. Maybe professional growth, professional like self-realization, like having a good position. And when you are proving yourself as a professionalist, of course, there will be given many possibilities, but at the same time it can be a kind of karmic test, a preparation for the final test on the 26th matrix code. That's why if you develop yourself professionally, don't forget about those who are close to you, your friends, maybe working with you, maybe colleagues who are very nice to you and who you very good with, so to try to help them to grow professionally. Let's go forward. Tiziana, your date of birth is 14th of February. And your number card is, just a moment, February, Valentinarev, and February 37. Just a moment, I'll check again. Yes, 37th is the Page of Pentacles. It's also the financial branch, as you may see. And according to the Page of Pentacles, you need to unify, as you remember we discussed, unify the experience of the other people, of the people who are connected financially within one work, within one financial project. Maybe you will have some financial idea, you will need to make a circle of people working on this idea, and so on. Fabrizio, thank you, you're welcome. Anna, I arrived just now, just a moment. My date is 26th of August. Let's see. Yes, guys, who have just arrived, please watch this video from the beginning. Gaetano, good evening. Hello, nice to see you. We have a very huge topic and I have just 10 minutes to speak. Okay, so those who have just arrived, please come backwards to this online because I'm explaining the meaning of this matrix numerological chart. So, Anna, 26th of August. So, August 26th and August 26th, 13. Oh, you have this test line. Yes, I know that dates after 26, so 26, 27, 28, 29 are too complicated for living, because in your case, Anna, you're surviving through the matrix code number 13, so you have this emotional test within this life. So you are surviving through all the emotional experiences of your past incarnations, starting from your first relationship, then you're going forward. Like, you need to examine the the cups, totally the cups, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Cups, and so on, and you have all this experience within one incarnation, one life. Mariella, I was the first. Mariella, just give me your date of birth. You were the first, just a moment. Yes, Mariella, I will not forget about you. 7th of May, Mariella. Just a moment, 7th of May. 7th of May. 38. It's here. It's almost just one incarnation until your examination. So you are going to be the sacrifice for the sake of the others in your financial sphere. You need to introduce charity, financial charity into your life, and this will help you to pass through the tests of this incarnation, of this exact incarnation. Of course, you need to understand all the people, to forgive all the people, just to be yourself as sacrifice, but sacrifice in a good sense, not to be the victim, you know, when all the other people do not respect you, just to try to be the sacrifice so that the other people respect you. I'm not sure how to explain it in English. It's very difficult sometimes, and sometimes I cannot explain it in Russian, because this knowledge is somewhere around me and I'm trying to form it to my words. But I hope you understand me. Okay guys, so I do not see your dates of birth anymore. I just explained according to the matrix code those dates that I saw in the commentaries. Just once again, this topic of matrix incarnation is very, very profound and very huge, and I have plenty of material, but it's impossible to give this all to you, because first of all, this is my intellectual property, because I'm a consultant and I'm consulting on the basis of this method, of course, as well. Thank you. I will see it from the beginning. Yes, Anna, please do it. And secondly, it's impossible to introduce this material within 1 hour. Just 1 hour is too few to speak about. That's why I'm just opening some small things that I'm able to explain in English, and I'm able to explain within 1 hour. Thanks, Olga. Yes, Mariella, you're welcome. So, my dear friends, I am finished for today. I think and I hope, thanks to Gaetano, I'm speaking to you since last year, every Wednesday, and I will try to explain or open some other interesting numerological topics for you. See you next time. Bye bye. Yes, Mariella, bye bye. Yes, I'm finishing now. For today, I think it was very interesting to speak to you and to examine this topic with you together. And I'm free to communicate in my free time. Don't hesitate to drop me a line, to ask some questions when I have free time, but I have very few free time. I'm of course answering to you. Just don't be angry if I'm not answering right now, because I'm consulting constantly. So guys, see you next time, next Wednesday. Hopefully I will invent something new to speak to you. My name is Olga Twardovskaya. I'm a Russian psychologist and numerologist. So see you next Wednesday. Have a good evening. Bye.